What's up, everybody? We are back. John Della Rose here, the leading Hispanic voice in science fiction. I've been getting concerned because I've been watching on Twitter as so many of my followers have been getting suspended. I noticed my count going way down, and I'm like, what did I say this time? And I checked on it, and sure enough, it wasn't the fact that people were leaving following my account. It was the fact that every account following me was getting suspended. So I'm wondering what's going on. And we are in the height of an election season here in America. And this dictates the actions of these tech companies. You notice that there's been just tons of deplatformings, of course, over the last couple of years. Just if you have the wrong thoughts or whatever, you are suspect and you're going to get hit. Stefan Molyneux recently had his YouTube removed and his credit card processing removed and his PayPal removed and Twitter removed. They all collude together like a oligopoly, which is what our monopoly laws are supposed to prevent in order to silence their political opponents. And that is anti-American. It's exactly what we have to fight against all the time. And this is exactly why I produce my own content, make my own culture, because on the cultural front, there are too few of people who are actually in a position to where they will actually fight this mainstream tech companies, entertainment culture, things like that, because they're scared and because people are getting silenced, because artists are not being able to produce the art that they want to produce. Somebody has to step up. And so it's not always the most fun. It's a struggle sometimes, but we are doing that fight here. We're fighting them legally. We are in legal battles with several different organizations and tech companies, and we are also producing the content that is needed to actually transform culture on a generational level. But I just wanted to highlight one of the Twitter suspensions that happened today, and this is Dan Kleiman. Dan is a librarian advocate, and he's always just pushing for libraries, which is good because that's how we preserve knowledge in our culture. Google is not the answer, my friends. You have to have books and you have to be a little more studied than just quick little Wikipedia articles on Google if you truly want to know anything. So he's been an advocate for that, really pushing and helping libraries to at least try to stay sane over the course of the last few years. And right now he is supporting a man, Larry Elder, for governor, and this is of California. And Larry Elder is a black man who is a conservative black man who's made a documentary. And so this is something where Twitter just got him, and they suspended his account. They've removed him. He's off of Twitter now because apparently he said the words Uncle Tom. Now, here's the truth about this. Uncle Tom is, of course, a pejorative term that blacks use to other blacks when they're saying that they're sucking up to the white man or whatever. And Larry Elder made a movie titled Uncle Tom just to show how the oppression from the black communities is when you don't think the way you're quote supposed to think or say the things you're supposed to say politically. They label you as this, and this is what his entire movie's about. And so it's been a very wildly successful film. It highlights the awful hypocrisy of the authoritarian left, which wants to shut down all sorts of speech, especially the speech of minorities. It shows how much they actually despise minorities and want us, and I say us as the leading Hispanic voice, to be silenced at all costs. And that is that's a good thing. I'm glad Larry Elder's made this documentary, and I'm glad he's considering a run for governor. Also, I'll vote for him if that's the case. So that's what happened here. Dan Kleiman is supporting his governorship, and he got suspended and banned from Twitter for that and for referencing his movie and actually tagging the movie in it. So this is where we're at with speech these days. Twitter is just pushing to silence conservative voices. They're trying to silence films like the Uncle Tom documentary. And we're in a really, really dire straits for free speech at this point. I don't even know what the solution is to this. I mean, we could say get off Twitter, but You know, I mean, unfortunately, I sell too many books through Twitter to get off Twitter. If they kick me off, that's great. I'll go somewhere else. But until then, this is where we're at. You know, it's really tragic, and all we can do is point out what's going on, and hopefully we can get some good legal battles going on against these companies for, you know, just basically being awful to the consumer, which is what they're doing. They're using the consumer's data, they're mining our data, they're treating us like we're numbers. They're treating us like we're not even human. And there are consumer protection laws that can be used in a lot of these companies' instances. And I hope people who are hit by these lawsuits, like Carpe Donktum, or not lawsuits, I mean bannings and all that, like Carpe Donktum and Stefan Molyneux and now Dan, will take action and do something about it. I'm definitely taking action in the battles where I can, and I can't talk about them, of course, right now. We'll move forward, and once we have some concrete things we can talk about, I of course will talk about them. You know, in due course. But keep fighting the good fight, guys. We are going to win this because at the end of the day, good will always win. And I want to show you something real quick before we're out. This is my new book. It's called Spectacular Comics. It came out today. This is number 2. You should read this before it's banned. And it could be banned. So Spectacular Comics is my sort of hodgepodge. I just put in short comics of just different ideas I have before we get into a point where there is, you know, I'm testing concepts, see what you guys like. That's what it comes down to. Do some innovative stuff. We have a cop story. I know you're not allowed to make cop stories anymore. I have a story. The main story here, which is what the cover implies, actually is an ICE agent as a superhero, and it's got a gun on the cover. Oh no, Amazon might ban this. And I've got a very interesting science fiction story in here, Rock and Roll in Space. And I believe the 4th one is a Western. So I've gone all over the map with this. A lot of fun. They're all action packed. They're all fun, all really innovative stuff and different stuff than you're used to seeing from the mainstream industry. So I hope you'll pick that up today. You don't have to pick up number 1 to understand this because it's its own thing. If a story speaks to you or if the cover speaks to you, I definitely just say, just pick this up and check it out. But number 1 also has a very similar deal. We have a samurai, we have demons, we have Dynamite Thor, you know, makes an appearance in this one also. There's quite a bit going on in issue number 1 also. So if you like both, grab both. If one speaks to you more than the other, grab that one. Just support the indie comics and different content out there because, you know, it might be soon when I'm banned from Amazon at this rate. So I definitely count on your support on all levels. Thanks, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we will be back soon just reporting on what's going on in the culture, and stay safe out there.